Hi foodies, creamy garlic chicken. There's a million recipes all over the internet. I found one on TikTok. Now I don't know if this is her original recipe. She posted that on her Instagram. I'm not quite sure. I would love to give credit where credit is due, because whoever came up with this is like chef's kiss, what is it, Michelin star chef? Like, they should get their own Food Network channel just based on this recipe alone. Yes, it's that good. Of course, I will be listing all of these ingredients plus the exact measurements in the description box below, and I'll tell you as we go as well. When I tell you that this is worth all of the labor-intensive effort that you put into it, I'm not joking. When I tell you that this will elevate your taste buds, where it is decadent, rich, like you feel it's very meant for a special occasion, and when I tell you it is a flavor fest in your mouth to the point of a mouthgasm, I'm not exaggerating. So, I've enlisted the help of my sous chef here. He is slicing potatoes. You can use whatever potatoes you like, and you're going to use a casserole dish, or I'm using a cake pan. You can use a glass casserole pan, whatever you got. And you're going to grease it up. You can use butter, oil, or an oil spray. It doesn't matter. And once you have your slices of potatoes, it can be any kind you'd like, russet, red. I'm using the gold because I think those are buttery and delicious. We're just going to cover that with some olive oil. And we're going to preheat the oven to 400 because we're going to pre-cook these. So I'm putting a little salt on there and pepper only. Salt and pepper here. Again, we are in another tiny ass kitchen, so space is an issue, so filming is also challenging. Okay, I'm just trying to make excuses for why I'm amateur as hell. But anyway, like I said, just salt and pepper. I'm doing a little pepper bay. There we go. And we're going to cover this and put this in the oven for 20 minutes covered, and then for the last 10 minutes, we're going to uncover it. So a total of 30 minutes, the potatoes will go. In the meantime, we're going to prep our chicken and get that all set. So we've got some onion powder, and we've got some poultry seasoning. This really makes it. But the smoked paprika here elevates it too. It's such a unique spice mix. It just is so delicious. And a little thyme, because I got time for this recipe, I'm telling you. I'm using boneless, skinless chicken thighs because they are very tender, very juicy, very succulent, and cheap. But you can use whatever kind of chicken you want. If you do use the breast, though, I can't promise that they're going to come out the same way. So I've taken the seasoning mix, I've mixed them all up like a little shake and bake action, and I've covered my chicken. What we're going to do is just we're going to saute these lightly in the olive oil. He's getting the garlic and the shallots together. I normally don't cook with olive oil frying, but for this recipe I am, for the flavor. And all we're going to do is that. We're just going to get the chicken lightly golden. We're not going to cook it all the way through because we will be baking it. Once it's lightly golden, we'll remove it from the pan. Then we're going to add a whole ass stick of butter, and we're going to clean up that pan with the butter, getting all of those brown, lovely fond bits up off of the bottom. So we're literally washing the pan with the butter. Now we're going to add half a cup of garlic and a shallot. And of course you can adjust the garlic to your preference, but we love garlic, and this is what the recipe calls for. And we're just going to saute that until it's fragrant. Again, you don't ever want to have garlic get browned because it will get bitter. Carefully scraping up more bits to add it to this. The smell at this point is heavenly. So now I've added the wine. I use Pinot Grigio, 1/4 cup, and 2 tablespoons of flour to make sort of a garlic roux here. Then we're going to add the chicken broth and add that in slowly, keeping it whisked, and it will thicken up to turn into the most fragrant, delicious sauce ever. But wait, there's more. You would think this would be enough, right? No. So now we're adding some whole milk. And again, I will put exactly how much below. You can also pause in the beginning of the video, and some heavy cream. to see the exact specs too. You could use 2%, you could use half and half, but why would you? I mean, if you're going to go this far, go all the way, because this is going to be what makes this. And this is freshly grated Parmesan Reggiano. This is not the stuff out of a grain can. You want the real deal for this. And so we're going to just keep whisking until the Parmesan cheese is melted. It calls for a cube of chicken bouillon. I don't use cubes, so I'm just using the equivalent. And you want to add this. You don't want to keep this out, because this will add a depth of flavor. And now I'm adding cream of mushroom soup. Here's a fun fact. My fiance can't stand cooked mushrooms. I can't make any meal that is mushroom based, which I am sad about because I love them. I will make them for me occasionally, but he just hates them. He'll eat raw mushroom. Anyway, I made this dish. I didn't tell him what was in it. He ate it. He fell in love, and I told him, and he forgave me. It's the only mushrooms he'll eat. So, that being said, you definitely want to keep this too, because it's almost like a mushroom garlic Parmesan Alfredo sauce at this point. Speaking of, I like it the consistency of that, but you can add more milk if you would like your sauce to be a little thinner. Now, the potatoes are done, and I'm going to put the chicken that I had put aside on top. I'm going to try to. I look like I can't really manage that very well. And now, you simply pour the sauce all over the top, making sure that the potatoes and the chicken are covered. You guys, I can't even begin to tell you how good. I didn't think this would be that good. I thought it'd be good. I didn't think it would rock our world. Now, you could be very extra and put some cheese on top of here. You don't need to. Normally I probably would, because I'm a cheese whore, but no. Nope. You don't need it. So now we're just sticking that in there for about 35 minutes. Same at 400 until the meat thermometer says it's done. Look at that. Look at that. Creamy goodness, deliciousness, intense. It is so, look at this. Okay, yeah, you can put broccoli, asparagus, peas, a tossed green salad, whatever. We don't even care about a side dish. This is that good that you just want to dig into this. And see, the potatoes are still kind of firm, yet soft, delicious. You gotta try this.